Am I starting now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so we are going to lay out some diagrams to describe our functional elements for the event planning app, and I will start drawing them for our team. Okay, so the first thing that Kelly's going to do when she decides to use our app is create an account. So this account will show a login window where she can decide to either connect with Facebook or she can log in with her email address. And then when she logs in, she'll see her home screen and it'll show some events that she has opened and she can start some new events. But let's just start with that login screen. So there will be, it'll be easier if I zoom in here, I'm sure. Facebook, or let me zoom in. You can't see what I'm doing. Facebook, see the one, or email. My computer's being slow. It doesn't like to do Photoshop at the same time as Google. Okay, that'll work. All right. Maybe I'll just abbreviate some things for now and then come back and fill in.
Yeah, we can always edit it afterwards and add in text and stuff.
So this is the log. All right. So once she logs in, either Facebook or email, she's taken to her home screen where she has, I don't know if it's a home screen or if it's like her profile.
I think maybe like her profile or account so she can fill out some information. Yeah. Before she even starts searching, she can kind of pick some of the preferences.
So the way I thought is that she would say she did plan multiple events at once. So her home screen would show like all of the events that she has opened. Like once she's done with them, they'll be closed. And she can maybe refer back to them for choices, but it'll show which events she has and she'll select which one she wants to work on.
I like that.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, so maybe it's like she has her profile and she can create an event. And then from there enter in her, like, her budget, her date, her location, things like that.
So this will be a button, I'll finish it later. We'll say create. Alright. And then once she creates an event, I think that maybe there should be, say she can select what kind of event it is. And she can select like a reunion or a wedding or like a shower. And maybe there's a list of suggested vendor types.
Oh, that's a good idea.
If it's a wedding, it'll suggest floral, it'll suggest DJ, but if it's just say something smaller, it'll only suggest a few things. And she can select which ones, and then she can choose which other vendors she wants to do. And then from there, what that does is that'll kind of populate a list, that'll kind of populate her timeline.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Or like a checklist.
Yeah, start her off with, I guess if she's choosing like what she needs, like from what it's recommended, like florist or venue or DJ, you know, it starts adding to-dos for her with her list.
Right.
But do you girls think that on the homepage we should put more details on it? Like where the profile pictures maybe on the middle or the names and the old event that she created?
Yeah,
we can,
yeah, we should do that probably.
Or we gonna fill in later?
We can do like a rough sketch of that.
Yeah, what should we include on the homepage?
Like I was thinking of profile pictures on top of create and maybe the name, some some details, and also if she already created one in the past, maybe have an old event, the past event names under the create or on the right side, I don't know.
Like a list of the previous events?
Yeah.
Archived events, maybe.
There's Kelly.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
So then maybe like if you do a little like
Is it a boy?
Baseball cap.
I like it.
So do we want to be specific on the other side as to like what is going to be listed over there, or should it just be like maybe her name?
Yeah, that looks good. The names on the side.
Will other people see this screen though, or is this just going to be Kelly?
Just Kelly.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
So then maybe once she creates the event, we can kind of draw out what that's going to look like the recommended vendors that she can choose from.
So I kind of feel like it'll be maybe like a radio. Like,
yeah. Then do you think it would just be like text or like an image and text?
Probably maybe icons.
Oh,
yeah, icons good.
Should I put just what do I put here? Like should I write like icons or I can't draw a straight line. Why is it the hardest thing to do? I'll do it later. Okay, should I write like icon?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And then I'll probably just end up later just like copying and pasting this.
Yeah,
and then vendor type.
Yeah.
Oops.
So should she go to category first and choose vendor the second, or just go to vendor?
Well, it'll be vendor type first.
Okay.
So like the different categories. Yeah.
So like
Really nice.
flowers or music or DJ. So here she creates an event and she selects what vendors that she's going to be looking for. Wait, when she creates an event, I think maybe first she needs to. I think first she'll be prompted of what dates she knows.
Oh, you think maybe like should she put like her date and like location, budget? Should that all go first or just the date? Because would that tweak?
They can be different screens. Like maybe once she creates an event, there'll be a series of screens. Like it'll be, this is a new event. What's the date? Where's the location? What's the event type? And then from the event type, it'll take the vendor.
That makes sense. And so maybe there's an option to enter it or skip, because some people won't know.
Yeah.
Right. Come back to it later.
Okay, enter
Tell us so far.
and then skip. And the date, aren't there those like scrolling things, like when you're setting your alarm on your phone? Can't you do that for a date? Do people like that? I don't.
Yeah.
Or maybe it'll just be like a select.
Yeah, you could type it or click the little icon.
Yeah, click like the little calendar. And then it'll just the date. So it'll be the date and then location. And then maybe like zip code.
Yeah. Maybe like city, state, or zip code.
Okay.
Like those are common.
And then it'll be enter and then skip. I'll probably just copy and paste these later so they match. But really there'll be 1, 2, and then 3 screens, and then the other one's the event type.
And I really like the last week. There's a section that carry choose tag. So there's just 4 icons that she picked. That's really simple but really nice layout. We could have that too.
Yeah. So this could be like through different events and just select one. Like, I don't know how you'd, like if you mouse over it highlights, or if you click it on a phone it'll highlight, but then she can also do like a custom. Okay, is that all for that section? And or she can she skip this too?
Yeah, I would think she could skip.
We'll come back to it later.
Okay. Can she skip this, selecting vendors?
I would think so. I think, she could start out completely blank.
Maybe the selecting vendors is always there. and when she searches like different vendor types, she can choose to add them to her. Or does that add an unnecessary step?
Well, I think that'll be kind of separate. Like in her searches, she can search and then add them to her favorite spot. So not necessarily having to have vendors already. That can just be kind of a tool to use, you know?
Yeah. So part of the, like, it can be moved down here.
Yeah.
So this is part of the, like, why don't I just do that? This is part of the, like, the user setup.
Yeah, so it can like walk you through everything, or you can skip it all and start from scratch on your own kind of thing.
Okay. Wow, we're going really in depth, guys.
Okay.
Bye. Okay. We'll just move it down there for now. All right. Now what? Oh, timelines. What did I write about timelines? I was kind of confused how the timeline is different from her calendar, because I feel like some things will be updated on her calendar, but then some things will be like, I feel like timelines are associated with her, like her payments, whereas her calendar will be associated with her tours and stuff.
Yeah, I kind of saw the timeline more as getting tasks done kind of a thing.
Yeah, I kind of struggled with how to describe that in a scenario.
Yeah.
Well, it could be like two different views of almost the same information. Like if you have like a task and you need to have it completed by a certain date, you could put it on your timeline so maybe you could view it visually, like almost like a line and like when things need to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Or
like a vertical line, huh?
Yeah, and just like see how much time you have, and then like if you have a lot of tasks in one time area, maybe that's.
I was kind of seeing it as a horizontal line, but I think that that would make more sense because you can show like dates like this.
Yeah.
Or this is your.
And yeah, the end is bottom. And then, I mean, I think that could also be translated into a calendar view, though, if someone preferred it. So maybe it's almost your preferred method of viewing that data, because you're having those due dates, and you could just see it as a calendar view, and like there'd be little.
You could have pardon my semi-phallic drawing, but just have like a little switch. Calendar, and then like a timeline.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Except for move this over and then do the calendar view on the other side. Do we need to draw anything else for that? Like how the user sets it up? Oops.
I think that's good.
I need to know more shortcuts. I'll have to blow this one up too. Okay. So she can either see calendar or the timeline. Got it.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, moving on. Notification messages. That'll just be like an alert on her phone, like a little box, right? And she can see these like anytime. It'll pop up at like 5 p.m. that she needs to pay.
Yeah, and I think that you could could even link that when you're setting up your tasks or your due dates. Like maybe as you're selecting a due date, there maybe it's just like a checkbox that says send me a notification.
Like a little notification on or off sort of thing. Or maybe it's like its own section that says select what you want to receive notifications for.
Yeah, there you go.
Payments, meetings. So these will be swapped. So I'll show this second. All right. Are we kind of done talking about this sort of thing? Should we move on?
Yeah, I think that covers kind of her logging in and setting everything up.
Yeah, I agree. But I think we need to go more in depth with what these are actually going to look like, what the whole screen is going to look like, if there's going to be and on it or something like that, because I have a hard time following this right now. Or I could like color code this and be like, okay, this is going to be light gray. It's going to be the setup. Like this is the initial setup section back here.
Yeah.
And then the next one's going to be, like gray. Or if we need to show like the menu bar or how that's going to be figured out.
Well, for the next section, like the search section, we can draw that out. How about?
And then maybe work backwards.
Yeah, I think we can always go back in and add a little more detail to all the make it a little more cohesive, like a square around all of the components, just so.
All right, so let's go on to the search or whatever's next.
Okay, so there should be a search bar, maybe at the top then.
So I'll start with like drawing out a screen, right?
Yeah.
Ooh. Are we saying this is a mobile device, or can it be just pretty generic and be like a square?
Make a square. We can make it responsive.
I can't make squares, so I'm just going to draw a line. I think maybe that's my problem, is that I can't draw things straight on here, and then I'll just go back and put boxes around everything and make it look like it's all in the screen. So there'll be a search bar at the top, or do we want to leave room for like Kelly to go back? Like a side or a top nav.
Yeah, there can be like a little nav, so it's not taking up like the whole top or anything, but
The nav doesn't go across the whole top.
Or we could do the different category on the left side, like each icon, and whenever we choose one category, there's a search bar on the right.
Or on the other on the right side. On the left is how she gets back to her home. And then she searches. And then filters will be here too. Whoa, that's a really bad box, you guys.
I think
How do we filter?
Yeah, so then maybe like you could have, I don't know, maybe some check boxes for city, zip code, budget, and then if you click one of those, it pops a little place to type in.
Could it like expand?
Yeah,
You want to filter?
yeah, filter by, and then have your options. And if you click one, it expands for you to enter in the information.
Or we could do something like Amazon, have the filter on the left, and then we click on it, choose our selection, and then it filters the results on the right. I don't know.
Does that work for mobile? It doesn't matter.
I think it's for desktop.
It will be responsive anyway. So it doesn't matter if it doesn't really work.
Yeah.
It'll change. Should I just put like little boxes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just showing that there's more options that you can fill in. So she could filter within 30 miles with only venues that aren't over $10,000 or something like that.
Oh yeah.
review rating.
Yeah, with 3 stars or higher reviews.
I kind of see this going into like a big, almost like a mega nav that'll take over your whole screen. And once you're done filtering it, it'll slide back up.
Yeah, I could see that.
So, like, filter first. Click OK.
Yeah.
Collapses.
Okay, or filter.
Yeah, perfect.
This is I don't know what you call it when it's just like an overlay pop up or like an overlay nav.
Yeah, it kind of drops down.
Yeah. I can't do straight lines. Should I list out what these are going to say? Location, budget, what else? Review.
Reviews, yeah.
Maybe do a map too, like filter by map.
No. So then when you're searching for this certain thing, will the search bar always stay there? So like the next screen will be like...
Well, I like your idea where it once you hit OK, then that kind of slides back up and then gives you your search results.
But maybe we do need something that stays at the top that either like shows your filtered results and then like click search again.
Yeah.
To, like expand it again, or just to search for something really specific. But I would make it a lot like smaller after you've done your first.
Yeah, it shrinks up to the top.
There's an app I use frequently, but I guess it's on my iPad for shopping. It's called The Climb, and their interface is really cool. I feel like their searching is similar to this. But really, this would just it would show... How would it show what your filter is? Would it just kind of like list it here?
I think so.
And then just kind of like cut off, and then your vendors would be shown.
Yeah. I guess, most matched at the top to your requirements.
Vendor OR?
Yeah.
Okay, and then it'll show a picture.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that could be good.
And then maybe like their rating, stars.
Maybe it has like a little description that the vendor wants to include.
Yeah.
We'll just pretend that was supposed to be for the description. What about like an empty heart so you can like it?
Oh yeah, and then the space where you can favorite it, or the heart or the star or whatever. Probably a heart, yeah, since stars would be for the rating.
And there will be lots of those.
Yes, so just a whole list of those guys.
Ooh. All right. Good. All right. Is that looking okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should save.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's talk about what we're gonna do next.
So I think after she's kind of filtered through her vendors and then she favorites a few of them, maybe have a new tab that she can, like her favorites tab, and then she can go to that and do some side-by-side comparisons of her favorite vendors.
Would that maybe go into, like, if she's saved that icon, so if it's like florists and she has that task, would her favorited ones maybe go into that task, like in her account?
Would they, or would you have like separate things for like her for each separate vendor, or would they all be together?
Well, I don't know. I would think you'd want them broken out.
Yeah, so maybe like event.
The same screen, but they're like just separated with a line. Or all of the icons are across the top.
I like keeping the icon thing.
Yeah, make it easy with the icons.
You click like your florist icon and then
Your
would
favorite
that be in
vendor.
her account then, or would it be like how would you differentiate between that?
Oh my gosh, I just had a silly moment where I forgot how to make my canvas bigger. Sorry. So where are we going? What's next? After she searches, let's say we have a comparison. So she has to like a vendor first. Should I fill in one of these?
Yeah,
It's drawn.
hearted and favorited few vendors, but now she wants to narrow it down a little bit more. So she needs to do some side-by-side comparisons and check out their reviews next to each other.
So she is there. Okay, I'm just kind of confused how she would get to the comparison screen.
I would think there'd be like a favorites icon, with her list of icons at the top, like all of her favorites.
Or like on like this home screen nav.
Yeah.
Or we could create a little checkbox on each individual's vendor and have a compare if you click like couple and then click the compare on the bottom.
Yeah, that could be an option too.
So if this is a vendor page. It would probably show like related description, more pictures. These are really pretty. I'm getting fast and ugly now. That one looks like a pretzel. Ooh. And then you can like it. Or compare.
Yeah.
How would that work? Would this bring up a whole different thing? Or will you have in your home screen, oh, you probably can't see what I'm doing because I got too small again. In your home screen, would there be just like pending searches? Here's a list of things you selected to compare for your floral. Or is that too confusing?
I think that's getting a little too confusing.
Okay, so what does this do, the compare? Or can you just compare the ones that you favorite?
So you can just check through, yeah, you can check through compare with the hearts thing, and then that brings up all of those in one spot next to each other, so then you can look at them side by side.
So is the like compare checkbox and the heart pretty much the same thing?
Yeah.
So do we just
like do one or the other?
You could do the checkbox, or if just compare to a favorite, then we don't really have to do the checkbox. Just click compare, and then it will compare to all the favorites.
So will the heart compare them?
Well, maybe there should be something up at the top, like as soon as you favorited one or two, that maybe it like pops up and says like compare favorites. Maybe it's
like a pop up,
maybe underneath like the icon, or like you're searching currently.
Will it be a pop up? Or like one of those. I don't need to fill that in. Or like one of those like boxes like this, kind of has a carrot and it says.
Yeah, I like that idea.
I don't know where it goes.
I think when you're like scrolling, it can just like pop up right there in the middle of it.
Okay. I'll delete this. Eraser. All right. Back to this. What else are we doing?
So you can see, more about them, and then maybe click on their star ratings to compare their reviews and everything with each other. Get a little bit more detailed information.
This is hard. You guys drawing is hard work.
Yeah, you're rocking it though.
Okay. I hope the fact that we're talking about everything that we're drawing will justify us not finishing, or justify me not finishing everything I write down.
Yeah, we're technical.
Okay. So that'll be the vendor page. And then I think there'll be like a home screen. But I think we need to figure out how she can see everything that she's done. Like, there needs to be some sort of screen in between the creating and then the searching. Like, how does she see her whole project laid out? But I think as we go, we can just figure that out at the end. We can be like, okay, these are all the things we talked about, so this is everything that needs to be included.
Like on our home screen? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, what's after that? Vendor review, vendor quotes. So will there be like a get a quote button where she puts in her information?
I would think so. Like once you click into the vendor, or maybe even on that search, there's just like request information or
get a quote, get more information.
Do you think that do you think she could go through and just seriously select every single person and say get a quote? Like it should be that easy, or do you think the user should have to go, Kelly, excuse me, do you think Kelly should have to go into the vendor and read about them before she gets a quote?
Yes, I think she should read
Yeah,
about it.
like actually in their page, you have to read about them and everything first.
Yeah, because then you also probably have to put in, like some information about your event.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe should there be like a message box, like a comment box almost? So you type a little bit about your event and then say get a quote, or do you think it should say get a quote and it'll prompt you to write a little message to the vendor?
I think like that.
I like the prompt option just so it keeps that page a little cleaner.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so it'll be request quote, or is there like a difference between requesting a meeting or requesting a quote? Should they both be there?
You could do like request info and then check quote meeting or information.
Moving it over.
Or we could share that those page on Facebook something.
Oh yeah, we need that too.
Yeah, that'll be next.
We'll put a little share. Share. Okay, so the request info will be almost like a pop-up, but maybe it's like one of those translucent screens where you select quote, you select meeting, tour, maybe put more info. And then send. Mm-hmm. So this is like a cursor, like typing. Okay. All right. What else do we do? This is all over the place.
Great, we can restructure that.
Yeah. Copy and paste.
Should we add like on the vendor page to share it to Facebook, or
I did this.
Share button.
I did this share button. Should it be? Should it be more specific? Sorry if I'm making you sick.
Whoa.
Should it be more specific?
I think if you click the share button, and then it'll pop up like Facebook, email, however you want to share it.
Well, I don't feel like that share button is very intuitive, actually.
Oh.
I mean it is, because everyone knows what it means, but I feel like Facebook is just way more intuitive than seeing that share button. If someone sees Facebook, they will
But I wonder if you have like a Facebook icon, if that's confusing, like if it's taking you to the vendor's Facebook page.
Oh, yeah.
Good point.
So maybe it's there, and then like another little screen pops up, and it prompts you to how you want to share it.
Yeah, I think that would. Oh.
Like maybe a little translucent screen or whatever, and you just click Facebook. I don't know how else you would share it. Message.
Yeah, email.
Would you pin it or no?
Well, if you had like a wedding board, you could pin it.
Okay. That's good for now. Oh. Then, okay. Then it goes away. Alright, after we go on our vendor page, we read our reviews. Do we want to see related vendors? Or no?
I think once you're narrowing it down and filtering it, that kind of takes care of that for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. What else?
Do we need to do budget page or
Which page?
budget page? Budget page.
Yeah.
Do we need to do that, or we could skip that? I don't know.
Yeah, I think
And the
entering a
pay-
budget.
Okay. How about the payment page? No.
Well, probably budget first. Should that be included at the beginning? Like when you're entering in?
Yeah, that could be in the beginning or whenever she has choose a window and there's a budget pops up. I don't know, or maybe transparent bar come out or saying compared to the original budget, things like that.
Yeah. But I think there will be an initial stage for budgeting, and that's at the beginning of the project, and then there will be more budgeting once she requests to book and once she books. I think that'll be like the actual budget. It'll where I need direction. Tell me what to draw.
We could.
So she could. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I just saying like she could do like budget list. Like there's a bar that she fill out like how much for flowers, how much for paces, rent pace, things like that. That's the first budget.
Okay, guys, BRB. I gotta go get my power cord. I'm at 6%.
Okay, I'll draw. So budget. Should it? How should it be? Like, has anyone ever used Airbnb, or
Yeah.
where you can like slide
I use
how much money
Airbnb.
you want it to be?
Oh, you mean
Oh,
the
yeah.
money filter?
Well, no, just like what kind of experience the user would go to set a budget. Like, can you slide like a dial and it'll pop up and say how much money? Say this is $0 and this is like $5,000. And you can slide it and then just indicate like 400.
Yeah, or maybe we could put a little box that we could fill in that what the tax is for, that $5,000 or something, like things like that.
So this would say like floral.
Yeah, maybe it could be populated based on the categories that you chose.
Yep.
Like you choose your event, then you choose the areas that you're.
That makes sense. And that's where I drew it too. Perfect. Don't have to copy and paste it. Okay. But is there a better method? Should we explore something else? Can she just type it in?
Maybe enter it, because where would like the 5,000?
Oh,
I
don't know. Okay, so because some people really do have 5,000, and some people have seriously 500.
Yeah. So maybe you could, like at the top, it could have like an overall budget. Like you could type in a whole amount, and then you'll have your tasks down below, and you have the ability to enter in a vendor task specific budget.
So she can type this in right here.
Yeah.
For budget. And then will these be suggested, or is the overall budget one option, and then assigning a budget like the other option?
I think you would be able to do both.
Okay.
Would it be helpful to see like what percentage of your overall budget is going to
like
Laura? Yeah. And then maybe like as you're booking, it could show you like
it'll change.
Yeah, maybe change or show you what you budgeted versus what you actually booked. I don't know if that's helpful or not.
Oh yeah. How would you show that? Does anyone have any ideas?
Maybe you have like as you book it, maybe it like populates to the right of what your budget is, and it's either like green or red depending on if it's under or over budget.
On what screen would that be on? Like on the vendor screen?
Yeah, the vendor screen. And I was thinking like transparent, so it won't like cover the whole, the whole page underneath it, so you could see the budget at the same time. You could see through what's behind it a little bit.
On what screen?
Maybe on the right. Yeah, the window page. We could do that. The window page.
So that would probably be after she books it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to draw one in between these two. And it'll be the budget, this is going to be that little overlay section. Let's say that there's like a little overlay if she books it.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's just say there's a vendor name here. So how would that be like a graph or like a scale?
Maybe just number. The left is the original budget. The right side is the actual budget.
So if it's just like, say the vendor costs like this much, would that be all filled in? Or
I like that.
What is this?
That could work too.
Huh?
But what if it's over the original budget?
Maybe it goes past with like
Okay.
all filled in red or something.
Yeah. Too much.
Should I put that back on? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
It was a good little visual.
Okay.
Hi, kitty.
That's what happened earlier to me.
And another member of our group.
Really likes to hang out here. Oh gosh.
like a pop-up. Should we close out of this? Should there be like a little box to close out of it?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do we need to do more budget talk?
I think that
think
covers
you're fine.
most of it.
Yeah.
What else do we need to talk about?
Some other ones.
The payment? Do you need to do payment or?
Do we want to, before we go to the payments, do you want to talk about like, inviting people to like comment, like inviting your friends or family to review anything?
Should we do like a favorite page? Do like the page where Kelly can see all of her favorites?
Yeah, maybe integrate that into the favorites page and have the share button be to share with contacts or invite to view. Just have that be integrated into the favorites page.
So we're sharing somewhere over here, so I'll zoom in here. So am I doing a new screen?
I would think so. Like
So
you
this
have your
is a
whole.
new screen about commenting.
It would probably fall under like your favorites page, and then you can invite. Like you can invite people to look at your favorites, and then maybe within
How would
the
that work?
comment field.
How would that work?
I would think it would look similar to like when you're searching for vendors. Maybe it has just like an image, the vendor name, and like it's associated with a little like icon, like your floral favorites or whatever. And you can search see that.
Should we do all the icons like across the top? So
Yeah,
she
like-
clicks on, shows all the favorites, or should maybe you see them in a list, or you see them like you see it two different ways. Either you can click and view them individually, or you can see them all. And there's like a big icon, and then all of the favorites, and then there's another big icon, and then all of the favorites.
Like that.
Does that make sense? Like, which should you? Does that work? Could she see it both ways? And that way, she can either share. She can share all of the ideas, or she can just share whichever one is highlighted.
Yeah, because you maybe don't want to share everything with everyone.
Right.
So maybe at the top they have all the icons, or there's a button to like view all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then from within that page, once you've like selected, they'll say like share with contacts or invite contacts.
Can I just make this drawing work? Okay, so it'll be share what? How do you select which contacts you want to share it with?
If you hit share, it'll bring up like share with email or share with Facebook message or contacts.
Contacts, yeah.
Email. What is the contact icon look like? Just like a person? Or not? Oh, it's like a person. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
This is viewing all. It won't be on the same screen. I'll separate those. Okay. What else do we need to do? I'll clean this screen up a little bit.
So then I think we just have to kind of go through when we book a vendor, how they pay.
Yeah, that's just the payment options here.
Okay. So it'll be a page similar to this one when they book it.
Yeah. Maybe next to request info is just a book.
Mm-hmm. I'm drawing arrows all over the place. That's okay. Okay, so they're booking.
And then from there, it'd probably pop up a new window. You'd probably have to fill out all of your, probably a lot more information than just your credit card.
You have to select a date, right?
Yeah, like a date and maybe like contact info.
Look. Date.
But most of the time that when she books something, it probably requires more detail than just book, right? Like how many table in a restaurant, how many flowers, what color, things like that.
Yes, I'm wondering. I wonder if that would be like, do we have something generic that takes them to like a vendor page, or is it maybe the vendor decides what information you need in order for someone to book through the app?
Yeah, that would work too, or they just call them, maybe have a call button.
Or the vendor has to approve them to book it.
Yeah, like an approved, yeah. So maybe book isn't the right. Well, maybe book still. So maybe you just fill out the information that you would need, like the vendor needs at least to contact you for booking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But isn't that on the request info?
Well, what if you just you want to book with them? Maybe you don't.
Okay. So it'll be the date, and then it'll be different information depending on what the vendor type is.
Yeah.
So it'll just be filling out.
Or when you click the get code, they will have all the questions that you need to fill out, and you get the code based on what your requirements are before you book it that way.
Oh yeah, so maybe through that page, like you've already requested information.
Yeah, maybe there's once you get a quote, the vendor gives you like confirmation code, and then you just fill in the confirmation code.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I love that idea.
Work on the back end.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, so like the date and maybe wouldn't even need a date if you have a confirmation code.
Yeah, exactly, because it'll just have all your information.
Do we need to include this part in there? No. I mean, it's not really part of Kelly's user experience, it's the vendor's user experience. Right?
Or the
Kelly.
which part?
I don't know. Getting like a confirmation code.
Probably not like how she gets it. I think you just saying
For like a form with a blank spot for her code.
Yeah, so maybe she pulls up, like you enter in a confirmation code, hit OK, and it pulls up her quote information, and then you can just hit book from there.
Okay. And then
maybe you just see a bunch of lines of information.
So and then maybe you just there's like a accept.
Yeah.
And then pay.
Yeah.
And then credit card.
Yeah.
What else do you need to put? Billing address. Yeah, I'm trying to go fast. When I try to go fast, my lines get sloppy.
That's okay.
And then a pay button.
Or maybe a PayPal option that she could choose rather than credit card.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'll put that above this somewhere. Ah, that is a really awesome box. Okay, so
That's some stuff.
what are some other options that she could do? PayPal or what?
Would you want to link up like a checking account? I know
Maybe-
that seems a little.
Yeah.
Maybe Bitcoin.
Or do we need a checking, credit card? What was that?
Bitcoin.
What'd you say?
It's a Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Bitcoin is that currency that is running in those black market. I don't know. We don't need to have
Isn't that
that.
it? Did I write it? Sort of.
I think so. Yeah, BITCOIN. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
There. Now what?
Now, the only other thing that we really had listed was the invitation integration.
Oh, and we kind of talked about. I joined when you guys were talking about how that could be through imported through another site, through a third party site.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I wonder if we
Yeah, so
Just like-
I don't think we need to draw that because if it's in other suburb rather than our apps.
Yeah, I would think the only thing that she could maybe see would be like in her account page, like link to third party invitation site or something. Maybe they have some that they already integrate with, and then you could have like a widget within your account that just like kind of has a tracker on it. But I don't know how.
Okay, so I started. Where did it go? I started drawing like maybe what her home screen would look like,
Mm-hmm.
so she could see her favorites and she could see
Notification maybe? Just reminder that what she need to do next. Yeah.
and her notifications. And so then the invites would be one of those.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. You have no idea what I'm drawing, but I know.
Good. Oh, I like that.
Envelope.
That's amazing.
So this would go. This would link out to. Running out of space again. Okay. So what would that show? Would that just be like almost like a frame? So she could get back to her page, but then it would just be like you can't really do a frame like that. How would it be a widget? I don't understand.
Well, maybe it's just like maybe it wouldn't even need to be a widget. You could just say like RSVP, like you could just have like RSVP accepted or attending, not attending, and then maybe you have the ability to like add in the mailed invitations from there.
Okay.
Or would that be through the third party vendor?
And then no, I think you can do it through here. I think this would just like you would have to you would have to like sync it somehow. You'd have to link it. How do you draw a little link button?
You could do like the sync with like
What's
little
that?
Oh yeah, the little arrows.
like arrows in a circle.
Oh, no.
It makes a circle.
I already had a diagonal arrow, so I wanted to do it like this.
Yeah. You could click that and it would sync to your.
Perfect.
Away after you sync it, so it would already be synced. Okay. We want to see it as a whole. I'll clean it up. Don't worry.
It's better than I could do.
Okay.
Covered a lot there.
Well, yeah, it's been like 2 hours.
Well, yeah.
I think if I clean it up and organize it, it'll make more sense.
Yeah.
Do you want us to help with that? Like take some of the drawings? Or is it easier?
I don't care. I don't think it'll take that long. Seriously, I'm just gonna make a really big canvas and lay it all in a line, and then
we could put like the text below it.
Are we adding text to this too?
I thought she wanted some detail.
Yeah, we could do that.
Probably wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, I think like comments.
Who misses my face?
Oh, look at you! You're gonna see you all night.
I took a screenshot of the assignment.
Oh, good.
I was gonna share it, but then I stopped sharing. Don't worry about too much detail. We'll be revising and iterating in the next few weeks. Rough and dirty at this point. I say if I just clean it up a little bit, it'll be fine.
Perfect.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool. Do we want to still put comments in
Oh,
for each? Because like I don't know how much she wants us to follow the book. Because if like in the book it has like the scenario step, like what they're trying to do, the sketch, and the comments.
what do the comments say? My book is propping up my computer right now.
So like the first one, Laura takes a call from Mr. Cowell who needs to make an appointment for his cat to have a tumor removed. There we go. Laura finds him in the client list and opens the record to see detail in the client overview. And then the comments are, this first sketch draws upon the organizer/workspace pattern and the data model, which indicates that pets are parts of the client record. The find field is understood as a placeholder for some way or ways to locate clients. So I just kind of explaining.
It would almost be like breaking out this drawing, and you could almost add it to the Excel doc. Like add the drawing to the Excel doc.
Yeah, like for each little section.
Yeah. What'd you say?
But that might actually work fairly well. We have most of it already written out in our Excel doc.
Yeah.
We would just.
But maybe what I would do is make the Excel doc really wide so that I have a lot of space to show the drawing.
Or is it easier to just add the text into Photoshop? Like taking what we've already written and just copying that into the text field.
That might be easier since Excel's kind of dicey.
Yeah, the map
Yeah.
will be more visually than just put
Yeah.
each one.
Okay.
So yeah, I think make like a really big canvas, like, and have it all kind of horizontal or vertical, and then we could just like copy and paste the text and modify text from there.
Okay. Do you just want me to do the 4 that I wrote, or 5, or whatever, and then share it,
Yeah, sure.
and then we all add them? Sure.
That sounds good.
And then we weren't available to meet any other times, but we're fine just communicating by email for the rest of the week, right?
Yeah, this was the only thing we had to record.
Wow, someone has to watch an hour of us doing this. 2 hours.
For an hour.
better-
More than an hour.
Are you still recording?
Okay, I stop.